Jaime Garcia Reserva Especial next on the Lancer Life. So I don't do a whole lot of Pepin or Garcia cigars, and I don't know why. Don't kill the big fella. But I do like the My Father brand, particularly the My Father Le Bijou. Not a great fan of the Judge, the My Father the Judge. Good cigar, but it's just not my favorite. My favorite really is, like I said, the My Father Le Bijou. But in 2010, Don Pepin Garcia, who is the maker of the My Father brand and who has his farms and produces his own tobacco, his son stepped out, Jaime Garcia, with his own blend. And that is the Jaime Garcia, the Reserva Especial. This is a very good cigar. I think they're in Nicaragua. It's made with Nicaraguan fillers and binder, and a nice Connecticut broadleaf Maduro wrapper. I think I like Connecticut broadleaf Maduro. I'm just not maybe a fan of the shade. Let's take a look at the cigar. So, what sets the Garcias apart, and kind of unique, although other people do it, but it's not that many. Their cigars are made, of course, in the Cuban style. You can see the fine Cuban-esque triple cap. It's a gorgeous cigar, not many veins, a good oily, not quite toothy wrapper. But what's really important is on the inside. I think we're at the point now where you can see down the foot of this thing. They roll their tobaccos in tubo. And what that means is for the filler, they kind of fold the leaf in an accordion style. And in that way, they get really good airflow and good draw. And how you roll the tobacco inside is important for getting the flavor that the blenders really want you to get and have. Eric Espinosa rolls his cigars in tubo. So in addition to the taste and the flavor profile, I'm going to get from a Nicaraguan cigar, which means I'm going to get some of that earthy, woody, peppery smoke. I'm going to get a nice, easy draw. Now, I've already started this one, and the draw is spot on. Requires a little bit of exertion. It's smooth, but it also means that this cigar is going to probably last, a dragon like me a good while, because I draw. If it's an easy draw cigar, I'll go through a cigar and maybe 80% of the time, 70% of the time that it should take the figure. Now, this Toro should take me about 75 minutes to finish, but we'll see. Now, I haven't eaten this morning, and this is a medium to full body cigar. It's right in between medium and full body. Tastes good, little sweetness, but definitely pepper, predominantly on the retrohale. And I'm going to say cocoa, definitely a nice cocoa taste. And the cocoa comes mainly from the tasting, the tongue on, the taste on the wrapper, but it's complemented by the smoke whirling around in my mouth, and when I do the retrohale. So I get the cocoa and the pepper on the retrohale, but it's maybe cocoa on cocoa from my tongue. Comes in 4 sizes: Toro, Robusto, Gordo, and I can't remember what the 4th one is. I'm doing this without notes, you see. I'm hands-free, baby. But it comes in 4 sizes. Prices for these cigars range, I think, from about $6.50 to maybe $12 a stick. Don't remember how much I paid for. Oh, I paid like $9 for this over in Jersey at Lit in Swedesboro. I went there and watched the Eagles get their brains beat in by the New Orleans Saints in the historic worst loss in the Super Bowl era of a team that won the Super Bowl. We got thumped 48-7, man. It was brutal. So far, all the descriptors I'm getting are pretty much spot on. And that's, again, if a blender tells you what you're going to get and you get it, that's good. There's some pleasant surprise is the cocoa. So there is some cocoa in there. No, they say there's going to be cocoa, so what am I saying? So good solid, good balance, really good mouthfeel. I got to move this into the creamy arena, because it really feels good in my mouth, and the burn actually feels good as well. I haven't eaten breakfast. It's not making me dizzy or woozy or anything like that. It's got a perfect amount of potency for 9 o'clock in the morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. So, good, solid cigar. Only received a 90 on Cigar Aficionado. I forget what year that was. But, hey, for the price, taste, I'm going to get a nice long smoke out of that. Looks like this ash could be a little flaky, but so far so good. I don't think I'm going to get the hang time. If I show you this, you'll see she's starting to crack in there. That's not a good sign for the ash, but it hasn't fallen off, so I'm anticipating it'll fall off, but I can't say that it's going to fall off when it hasn't. Yeah, good stuff. Good morning cigar. This would go well with tea or coffee or cocoa, whatever your morning drink is. I didn't have time. I got to go get oxygen sensors put in on the Mustang. So with that, I'm going to keep it brief. Thanksgiving is coming up. Hopefully I'll have this out. Maybe I'll put it on Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This is the big fella from The Lancer Life saying, join me at www.thelancerlife.com. Happy holidays.